Yo, what up, guys? It's Stepano here. I want to give you an update on the Lightning Arrow build. We've switched from Deadeye to Pathfinder, primarily to take advantage of the Flask effect, get a little bit more AOE from our Dying Sun, and we are trying to wrap our head around Master Distiller. In Path of Building, it does say Master Distiller does affect Explode, but if you do read the Ascendancy pretty closely, it does give you the vibe that it may not affect the explode damage. In game using it, it does feel like I'm getting a tiny bit more from this for my explodes, but again, I am not sure. I'm just putting that out there so that you guys can kind of think about it. But we are now Pathfinder on our build. We have min-maxed the build, the 4.4 meter range explode radius, and we have 35 explode on our chest and 25 explode on our bow. So we have 60% physical explodes, and we have a 30% elemental explode that's scaled by 5, 10, 15, 20 flask effect. So 36% elemental explode. They are separate rolls, so they don't stack, but we effectively have a 60% chance to explode and a 36% chance to explode after that. The 60% being the bigger one because it is the physical explode. In the past, I was running haste for myself, and I was running hatred on my
Another step in God's plan, eh? The flesh holds
merc.
for now.
But I was thinking of just running hatred myself, taking out haste, putting this 1 point in for phasing on kill. Or if we get like a abyss socket or something like that, put it in the abyss. And then inviting my merc that rally cries. But for this video, we're going to use hatred on my merc, haste on me, my animate guardian, which I just made a video on, and I'm going to show you what the build has evolved to. Now, how do we get all this AoE? Let's just go over where we're getting all this AoE. We have 4 clusters of AoE. We have AoE on everything that we can think of, and even on this. But since the last video, we have crafted a couple items, and again, I am not sure if I overcooked or not. So currently, because I'm not using a mirror bow in the video or a mirror quiver, I'm down 50% damage from that last video. But I have more AoE, and I'm in the process of working on trying to get a new bow, but there's just no physical explode bow on the market yet. I'm direly waiting for it. But because this is not a mirror bow, I'm down 50%, 40% of my damage. So keep that in mind. But I have more AoE and I have more consistent explodes, and you should be able to see that in the video. Besides that, we crafted, I think since the last video, an AoE ring. So this gives us 22 AoE and minus mana cost, which let us drop a few points down here. And it gives us some multi, which affects the explode. And we also crafted a quiver. So we lost the mirror quiver, and we got 15 AoE on the quiver with some global mods that scale the explode, which is 2 Fizz's extra mods and the global crit multi. So in the end of the day, I just went and I checked it again and again and again. But even mirroring a quiver does not give you that much damage. However, not having a mirror bow does kind of hurt. Another big change that we did in the build is we changed the Timeless Jewel. Went for Avoid Shock on the Timeless Jewel. Right here for 80% Avoid Shock. 80% Shock Avoid with 20% Avoid is 100, and it lets us use a 5 AoE Storm Shroud for our Avoid ailments. Because we are on Pathfinder, we got, the good old Pathfinder, Deadeye boots with, elusive. Keep us quick and fast. Just keep in mind, your resistances are going to be a little bit harder on Pathfinder, but you're always going to have flasks up basically, so you can kind of like, save some money if you use this flask to cap your resistance, for example. But You should be fine either way. And I prepared the path of building, which I will attach. But right here we have Viper Blast, which is the bow I'm currently using. And in my configs, I just did this because I want to simulate I guess one second here. Let me make a path of building. But I mean, this is a pretty good thing I can show you guys. But in path of building, and there's probably a better way to do it, you can go new, hatred, maybe 21, and you can go import, export, click export support, generate, share, copy. So we exported the support, and then in party play, we can put it here, and we can put import, and it should say hatred. So that should show the hatred affecting us and giving us the base crit, and then you guys can do whatever you want, but just to kind of simulate hand runner buffs, I put like 1000% crit chance and accuracy. That is kind of like not true. I'm gonna delete it for this video, but it's just for me to put my head around. Like, I feel like if I'm playing a headhunter build and I go and kill 10 rares, I'm gonna get that right away. So I put it in there so I can visualize my POB a little bit better, but I don't want to mislead anyone, so I'm gonna take it out. So we're at 2.96 million without anything crazy going on here. We have 5 enemies killed to show the radius of our explode. It's 4.4. And, you know, I don't minus 200 for our merc. Anyways, with all that said, if I go, I'm 2.9 million. If I go to the current mirror bow, which does not have explode, if I go to the current mirror bow, I go from 2.9 million to 4.8 million. So I'm half my damage on this bow at the moment. But our explodes are going to be juicier. Like I said, I will always attach the POB at the bottom of the video, but I just wanted to kind of go over that and show you my thoughts on that one, show you how to import a support into your build. Now, without further ado, I'm using a non-mirrored bow with no +2 arrows, a new quiver that I made from scratch. I want to show you the build. I want to show you the build with max AOE. Now, for you guys that are struggling on the Alva strat and like, you know, don't know what to do, I also want to go over one small thing. What I did is I rolled a bunch of maps and then I chose an arbitrary pack size number. And in this case, I think it was 38. And anything under 38 pack size, I kept in this tab. Anything in over 38 pack size, I put in this tab. And I didn't use any special chisels, just regular quality chisels. And I rolled for 140 currency before I slammed. Like I said, I separated the big pack size and I deli orbed them, and the small pack size ones I put over here. What I want to show you guys, if you guys can, you know, keep this note for yourself, is this is like a basic tree to do, open up with settlers and do your good maps. If you decide to separate like I do, you can come to this tree and you can delete some of these points right here. This is for your maps that you roll that you wanna you still wanna run, but you maybe not want to juice. You're gonna go here and you're gonna put these deli points in that I'm taking right now. This guy out and you put it here. It's pretty much all you need. And now what that allows you to do is you can run maps without deli orbs on them. And you put them in and they're gonna have a deli mirror and you can get deli orbs and simulacrum splinters at the end of your map. These are for the not so juice maps. I think that this is a pretty key to one of my strategies that I do. It's not in the strategy guide, so it's kind of like if you watch this video, a little hint and tip that I put in there for you guys in case you like it. All right, so we're doing an avoid element map, meteors, blah, blah, blah. We're going to open up with settlers. Everything's good to go. We're doing lightning arrow. Currently, we have only 3 arrows without the dying sun up. That's because we have no mirror bow, no nothing, but we'll be good.
And I cannot help you. Leave now.
So avoid element doesn't look amazing because of my heroes can't pop off, but hey.
Stand and fight.
just show you a build, show you a map.
This is not a challenge, but I welcome it.
As soon as we see the Evo shrine, we're gonna grab it. We're gonna quickly look for the business shrine. If we don't see it, we don't even really care about the boss on this strat as much as, you know, other strats. We're gonna go back to the beginning if we don't see the business shrine, and we want to basically get into the first front alva before it progresses too far. So it's progressed right to the alva by the time we got to it. But because we went into the alva and we started it before everything, we still have plenty of time to go in, progress our deli, get some nice Evo action going on. Note to self, never open up a map with avoid ailments for YouTube. And now we're going to make sure we don't lose our timer. We're going to look for this one over here.
You will know true fear.
I think Alva strat, I think people are over juicing, and because of that, they're possibly not making a lot of money doing it. I think not using the pack size chisels has helped a lot in terms of cutting the cost for me. And I just naturally like this strat because you're getting so many headhunter buffs. But what do you guys think? Is Alva strat profitable still? I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments. I know it's kind of a controversial topic. I have gone from 5 Hinakora locks to 8 Hinakora locks in the last week. So I've gotten 3 Hinakora locks and pretty consistent divines and stuff like that. In Baldo's boxes. So I'm pretty happy with Alva. But I definitely haven't been dropping mirrors. Have you guys been dropping mirrors? And if so, what are you guys doing different? Let me know. I'd love to hear. So with the avoid elements, it's kind of hard to see everything that's going on, but we are chaining around corners on Alva. We're doing big explodes. That's kind of what we want. That's what we're looking for. So we are quite happy with that.
Divine orb.
I might do one more quick map because I don't think you get to see what I want you to see because of the oil void elements. So we're gonna do one more map here. Now the map's done. Hit the fast forward button. This map we only got 96 simulacrum splinters. That was kind of bad. But let's go next. Alright, I'm not doing a void element map. Alright, so this one is more monster res, less effective curses, and 96 monster life. Pretty big, juicy, mean map.
I did it.
And again, like I said, we're not using a mirror bow on this. So keep it in mind. We picked up 2 divines and a Valdos on that map, and it wasn't even a good map. Here we go. Next map. Now, guys, I don't know if Pathfinder is 100% without a doubt
Exile.
better than Deadeye. I'm here to test it with you guys and for you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to come to the stream and hang out with me, and we can try to answer them together.
Well of you. Retreat! The last recourse of the coward.
You see the explode now, chat? What's up, chat? What's up, YouTube chat? Shout out to you guys, boys. Thank you guys for all the support this league and hanging out. I really appreciate it. You guys make this game a way better place. And right now we're just running around aimlessly. We have no idea what we're doing. We're looking for this Evo shrine. Here it is. We almost died picking it up. But ladies and gentlemen, the life gain on Hit Watcher's Eye seems to come into clutch. And here we go. Around. We got the business shrine. We could go get more shrines, but we are already picked up this evolution shrine, and I don't want to go too far away from the first alva if it's right here in the start, and it's not, ladies and gentlemen. No alva over here. Perfect. Our first alva looks to be right here. And when the build is very, very intact like it is now, you can kind of get away with fooling around like I am, where you go wherever you want, whenever you want. Oh my god. Now we're pretty strong, so we shouldn't get one shot, but this is quite a hard map because of the extra elemental res and stuff like that. Now that we have 81 headhunter buffs and the extra ES from the headhunter buff, looks like we're in a safe place. Just double checking we didn't miss anything. Oh my god. And we're out. Wait, how do they keep spawning? And we're out. Now we're just going to go up here. And here's our next alva. And for the video, we're going to go to my favorite MTX. This one. Just to give you an idea of the explodes. And just to go over the mods, we have 180 monster life and 75 all res. So that's kind of one of our, the all res mod is kind of one of our enemies. If our merc gets close enough to them, they won't have that res, but until my merc gets close to them, we might not do a lot of damage, and that is why all res is kind of annoying.
Hand of the godless!
Our explosions feel more explosively with the new bow. And if we ever get a mirror explode bow, we're going to be so excited because our damage won't be compromised and our clear is just going to be exponentially better. The explodes are going to travel longer, you know?
Define all. Such grace is seldom seen in this world of the damned.
So our last alva, we have 14 seconds to go. We looted that alva, we looted the other alvas, we went back and forth. We have plenty of time on this build to get shit done. And we have plenty of AOE we can sacrifice to get damage if you feel like there's not enough damage on the build. Again, we're not using a mirror bow in this video, so keep all that in mind. There's so much more damage you can get out of this build. The last video we did was in Orabot, and I heard some XDD chatter saying, "Oh, you can play KB but without an Orabot. This build needs an Orabot." What now, boys? What now? What now, you XDD chatters in my YouTube comment? What now? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'd rather you be second guess a YouTube build and just, you know, blindly follow it. Besides that, I don't know. I went over everything I kind of want to go over. I'm kind of done yapping. I hope you liked the video. Let's see what we get from this daily reward, and then we can wrap it up. The first one was only 100 splinters. Now this is a much better map for this type of situation. However, we only got 200 splinters, but no deli orbs. I still think this is 100% worth it because you're going to get a deli orb here and there, and sometimes you're going to get 4 deli orbs. So I really like this strat for doing deli farming for like the smaller pack size maps. But I understand if you don't want to do it. Only 354 rares. Again, it's because it was a smaller map. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you soon in one of my live streams. Thank you very much and have a great day.